Hey, what's going on, Pats Nation? Welcome to another edition of the Kansas Pats Talk Patriots podcast. And we got a little bit of news to talk about tonight, man. We're gonna talk about some of the coaching, the new coaching hirings. We're also gonna get into the playoff, get the championship games that are going to be happening this weekend between the Chiefs and the Bills and the Commanders and the Eagles, man. Two big games. I think both of these games can go either way. But first, we'll start with the Patriots. We'll start with some Patriots news, man. Some of the latest updates. We got Vrabel a couple weeks ago. Josh McDaniels is officially the OC right now. We haven't really had much time to talk about that. Special team coach Jimmy Springer is coming back. Also, defensive coach Terrell Williams from formerly the Detroit Lions, and he's with the Titans. He's officially named as the defensive coach. What's your opening thoughts on first to Josh McDaniels? Well, we talked about Josh McDaniels hired a couple days ago, but Terrell Williams and whatnot. How you feel about that? Did some research on him. His defensive front. He's been with Detroit. In Detroit, like they lost. What's the guy? What's the DN they lost?
Hayden
They
Hutch.
lost. They lost Aiden Hutchinson, but they were still disruptive on that D line. They wasn't really getting there, but they was disruptive. I remember that game they played against the Vikings a few weeks ago on Sunday Night Football. They was getting after Darnold and they was very aggressive. Now, Aaron Glenn was their coordinator, but Terrell Williams, he was a defensive line coach. Now he's a first time play caller. It'll be the first time he's a defensive coach with that title. What did you expect from him? And from what I've seen, like his fronts are a lot. He ran a lot of 4-man front. They just want to be aggressive, get after the quarterback. I like that because in the past, Bill Belichick was kind of like not like a prevent coach, but he's kind of like laid back, not as aggressive or whatnot. But now with this guy, he just wants speed, just go. Belichick wanted everybody just to do a certain job or whatnot. I feel like this guy here, Terrell Will, he's gonna bring in a new dimension to the defense.
I mean, a lot of people rave about him. I mean, you seen Jeffrey Simmons post something about him when he got hired. Jeffrey Simmons, yeah. Uh, I mean, I feel like he thought highly of in the league, a respected coach. Like I said, a lot of people like him. But if you look at it from last year, I mean, we hired DeMarcus Covington. He was a defensive line coach, and I mean, but I mean, I'm not like ecstatic about it or hyped or whatever. But I feel more comfortable about it just because we got Mike Vrabel in the building. He's gonna make sure you know to keep an eye out on Terrell Williams. Like I was watching Evan Lazar and Alex Barth earlier, and they was like kind of like basically saying like, do they even think he's gonna be the one calling the plays, or if he call a play and Mike Vrabel don't like it, Mike Vrabel check in and you know keep an eye out on him and stuff like that. So I mean, I like it just because I know Mike Vrabel is there.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a pretty good hire for us, whatnot. And Mike Vrabel, like you said, he's going to be the overseer. He probably won't even be calling the play. Mike Vrabel might be calling the play. He might just be like he got that title. But just I know a lot of coaches that do that or whatnot. They have the title, but like for the Rams, they have an offensive coordinator. I think it was Kaylee or LaFleur, but McVay calls the plays or whatnot. So that might be how it be with us or whatnot. I really like the fit, and there's something different. The positive thing is we have a direction this year. Nobody's probably coming to camp looking confused or lost or just getting started up. I feel like we have actual coordinators now. We have a direction. We have we have the coaches in place. Now, does it if it develop on the field? They're still wait and see approach. I take the wait and see approach on that. But I feel like the guys gonna be ready to roll when it's time to go. It's not gonna be like there's reports coming out there they didn't even know what was going on in the spring. They knew it was gonna be bad. I don't think it's gonna be that. I think we have some experience there now. And I think Vrabel with me there, I think they're gonna make sure the ship stays on and whatnot and everything goes well, man. I want to see how McDaniels and Vrabel mesh. These two guys they haven't worked together, but they are familiar with each other from the Patriot days and whatnot. I like the fact we bring in Josh McDaniels because I think he can be like a coach for the offense. And that's now Vrabel. And if we can get the defensive line, the defensive coach coordinator Terrell Williams to do his part, rather Vrabel's calling the plays or whatnot, I feel like Vrabel can now lay back, be the CEO that Gerard Mayo wanted to be last year, but he couldn't be that or whatnot because he didn't even know what was going on at neither side of the ball. So I think last year was too much newness. Covington, first time play caller, first time official head coach. Um, Van Pelt, first time. Like it was too much newness going on. And then Gerard Mayo's already new as himself.
He never been a defensive coordinator or anything. Like
Right.
we was looking at Gerard Mayo, like, oh, he gonna make sure Covington straight. I mean, Gerard never called plays himself, so I mean, I just feel like we were more organized this year. I mean, even though Josh McDaniels never been like this good head coach in the league or anything, but he still had a head coach title to his name. But his calling card is offensive coordinator. Like, and I also heard I was watching 98.5. I was listening to Albert Breer. He said like if we didn't speed up on Josh McDaniels, Detroit Lions probably would have called
Called
because
Josh McDaniels for offensive
look,
coordinator.
yeah, look, listen. He say Ben Johnson offense is like modern, like basically after like Josh McDaniels, but he got his own tweets to it. Like he say Ben Johnson not this West Coast offensive coordinator. He got like he run the offense similar to Josh McDaniels. Like so, I mean,
Jamar, what's going on with you, bro? Hey, y'all make sure y'all hit that like button on YouTube. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you got your post notifications on too. I do have a special guest come on tomorrow night. Tom Curran would be on with me at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. This is a pre-recorded show, but I will air it tomorrow. So make sure you stay tuned, turn your post notifications on, and check it out tomorrow. Tom Curran will be on the show tomorrow night. Make sure y'all check it out, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, that's kind of I gotta go watch it. I didn't know that the Lions could have hired Josh McDaniels. I did hear that he had some interest. He
I'm
had
gonna
interest out there, but yeah, that's crazy.
I'm gonna send it to you when we
Yeah, yeah. Jamar said I could see Detroit wanting Josh as OC. Okay, I got
like he
I
did.
got I watched some of 98.5 today. I watched shout out 98.5 as well. Pretty good radio says good podcast. I watched some of it. I watched the one where I think who was it on? I think with excuse me, Phil Perry and who was it on? They was on. They were talking about the hirings or whatnot with how they feel about McDaniels and things like that. I can't think of his name right now. They was a bunch of them was on. It was a couple of days ago. I watched it or whatnot.
Zolak.
Huh?
You talking about Scott Zolak?
Yeah, Zolak. Yeah, Zolak was. They was talking about the hirings and how they feel about the fit, and they know some people are trying to say like, well, did the crowds force them? That I don't think that. The one
Nah,
thing I know about the media, they try to stir some stuff up or whatnot. I don't think
Schefter.
no Vrabel. I think it was rumored before that Vrabel was going to bring Josh
That's
McDaniels with him.
exactly what Schefter even said it. Like Vrabel 100% made that pick.
Yeah. Like I'm like the media, they good for trying to stir something up. Say, hey, well, was it forced? And no, it wasn't forced.
And Burr said it today too. He was like, he don't think Vrabel. He say from the people he talked to, Vrabel is not the guy that you want to tell him like you got. Oh, your offensive coordinator got to be this person. Like he said, if the Crafts would have told them ahead of time, like, oh, your
He
offensive
probably wouldn't took
coordinator.
the job.
Yeah, they say he wouldn't have took the job.
Right. So
I
he
mean,
wanted McDaniels, and
that's the
McDaniels
right
has
pick.
been out. Go ahead.
That's the right pick anyway. I mean, like when he said he want to surround Drake May with great people, you know Josh McDaniels' history, like with developing quarterbacks. So, I mean, That's a great hire, fantastic hire.
And McDaniels has been out the league for a while. Well, for a good year and a half. He's went to USC. He's went to USC. Went to Ohio State and tried to study. Albert Greer had a good write up on him on SI.com. You can go check it out. He said he went to these colleges trying to learn more nuances about offense, about the college offense and whatnot. So, I mean, it's gonna be interesting. I want to see how he used these receivers and whatnot. Because we had Mac Jones 2021, when McDaniels was there, we put up some good numbers. We had a top 10 offense. We was top 10 in like scoring with Matt Jones. Like that was crazy.
People keep trying to say Matt Daniels is Brady made. Like, I'm like, bro,
He was good with McDaniel. He was good with Mac. He was good with Cam. He went to the Raiders for that short time. He was good with Garoppolo and Brian Hoyer.
look, we was 11-6 with Matt Castle at quarterback.
Yeah. And then I feel like, oh yeah, he was there for that stint when Castle was there. Bill O'Brien was there too. Like I feel like McDaniel's gonna be good for Drake May. You remember the year that we drafted? I want to say we drafted Sony Michel. The Patriots actually they say they won't, and but they said we could have took Lamar Jackson.
They say
And
Matt
they
Daniels.
went to work out Lamar Jackson. So McDaniels has been waiting a while to get his hand on the quarterback that can run. He hasn't had that. Matt Jones can't run. Jimmy Garoppolo ain't running.
They
Hoyer
say
ain't doing that. Cam was the only one during the COVID season. Then Cam got COVID that year, so he missed a couple weeks or whatnot. And that offense that we ran with Cam Newton or whatnot, they had Cam on the run or whatnot. So like that was a pretty good. It went pretty well. Last time McDaniels did have a quarterback that can run.
Yep, they say McDaniels wanted Lamar. They say Bill Belichick didn't want to change the offense. So just imagine what he'll do with Drake May, man.
Yeah,
I,
I can't wait. I'm ready for OTAs and
I'm
and
excited, man.
training camp and all that, man. Cause he's never had with somebody with the youth of Drake May, the athleticism of Drake May. Even though he did have Cam wasn't nowhere near as athletic as Drake May is at this point right now. So like, man, it's gonna be crazy, man. Just now we gotta see who's gonna be the quarterback coach. Then we still need an offensive line coach. A couple more things. I think defensive line coach. Like we gotta cut. There's another somebody we added today. Hold on, what's the guy name? He come from the Giants, I believe. Let me see. I'm about to look for his name now. Linebackers coach.
Zach Kerr.
Yeah, Zach Kerr. Former, he's with the pay. He worked up under Vrabel with Ohio State, and I think the Titans, I believe. But he just got back from with the Giants. So Vrabel he's bringing him along. There's a couple more hires. John Stretcher or something like that.
Oh yeah, I heard
Yeah,
he
some strange name or whatnot. But
game management, man. I just feel like we this to start the off season. This is an A+ off season start
from a coaching perspective.
from a coaching
From a pure
perspective.
coaching
Like,
perspective. Oh yeah,
you
man.
feel like,
Last year, I felt like we were scraping at the bottom of the barrel to get coaches or whatnot. Like
man, they
Alex
say
Van Pelt.
we made
And then he
80.
did a good job with May, but it felt like we were scraping at the bottom of the barrel to get coaches.
Crazy thing is, we made Alex Van Pelt the highest paid OC,
I
one of the
seen
highest.
that. Yeah, I think it's like a little
Oh my
less than 3 million
gosh.
or something like that.
And I was talking to someone in the chat today. I was saying, like, I get all this, oh man, we still ain't getting free agency. We still ain't getting this and that. But I say Elliot Wolf tried last year. It's just you had Gerard Mayo as your head coach, an unproven head
You didn't
coach.
have a quarterback.
You had Alex Van Pelt as your OC. Like, what you pitching into these free agencies in the offseason last year? Like, imagine what Vrabel, a respected coach, can pitch to these free agencies this year.
He's gonna be similar to like Belichick on
Exactly.
his approach or whatnot. So I think now, hell, Vrabel got DeAndre Hopkins to choose the Titans over the Patriots a couple years ago. Remember that? Like,
Right.
man, everybody thought Hopkins. Now they paid a little more than us, but it wasn't crazy. But I thought Hopkins was gonna be a Patriot, and he messed around going to the Titans with Mike Vrabel and Will
Right.
Levis. Like, man, like, bro, I think it's gonna be. So far, it's off to a great start. Now, free agency is like a little over. You got like a month and a half to free agency start, about 2 months. So that's gonna be the big thing. You got the combine coming up, pro days, Super Bowl stuff like that. But so far, so good, man. From the coaching staff, we got an administrator, a game management guy. I don't remember us having none of that crap last year. And if we did, they were nowhere to be found. They were nowhere to be found, man. So I think so far so good for the crowd, for just for the staff getting this thing together. You got your head coach, you got your OC, you got your DC. Now you got to get your quarterback coach, you got to get a wide receiver coach. I don't know who that's going to be. I wouldn't mind bringing back a Wes Welker. Wouldn't mind that. Chad O'Shea, he's with the Browns. He used to work with the Patriots. So I mean, it's a lot of names out there. I'm gonna keep my eye on for Chad O'Shea and Wes Welker for the wide receiver because that's the next most important hire. Who's gonna be the wide receiver coach? Who's gonna be your quarterback coach?
I think OL up there too.
Who?
Offensive line coach is up there too.
Oh yeah. Offensive line coach, wide receiver coach, and quarterback coach. Those are the three ones we got to get. So I thought TC McCartney might stay, but he probably gonna go with Van Pelt.
Yeah.
But they did a good job with Drake Malin. I would love for them to stay, but I heard Evan Lazar say like it's like speaking two languages. It's two different languages.
All right.
So it probably wouldn't work. So I can see that. Now I guess if it was a West Coast guy for Ben Johnson, they probably would have kept Van Pelt. Van Pelt probably would have stayed.
And like
McDaniels is two different things.
Like as much as I want an AVP and them to stick around, I feel comfortable with Josh McDaniels. I feel like that's an upgrade. And I'm hearing that like if you look at it from like a deeper perspective, like you can also say TC was as important as AVP because they say like when AVP was prepping for the offense, he spent more time with Jacoby while TC would spend more time with May and Milton. And when May became the starter, TC would spend more time with Joe Milton. And look how Joe Milton looked at the last.
I was just about to say, bro, the strides that Joe Milton took from OTA to training camp, from mini camp to OTA's mini camp, training camp to the preseason to now, how he looked a few weeks ago, man, cost us number one pick because he played so daggone good.
Man, and look, speaking of that number one pick, I know that's off topic, but did you see what the Titans?
No, we about to get into it. We got a few more. We good. Go ahead.
Did you see what the Titans GM said?
Bro, I'm gonna tell you, so I've been in this business for a while, man. People that's just tongue in cheek. People just talking. I call it. I don't remember if you remember last year. I call it lying season. That's all it is. People, they just be talking. The Titans got to get a quarterback. They're not going to go Abdul Carter or Travis Hunt number one. And plus, even if they was to go there, you actually think with three quarterback needy teams ahead of us, all three of them going to pass on some of the talent or whatnot? Like, no, there's no chance. So we still going to get. There's no chance that. I think I ain't gonna say zero chance, but I truly doubt if the Titans go. Let's just say they go Travis Hunter. Cleveland, they'll go Cam Ward. Then the Giants will get Shador. Yeah, I think they'll go Cam. I think the Giants Shador gonna fall in the Giants' lap at 3, and Abdul Carter fall in our lap at 4. Now, let's just say Abdul Carter go 1. Browns gonna go Cam Ward. Giants gonna get Shador, and then at 4, Abdul Carter. I mean, I don't think two teams going. No, I don't think one of those players gonna be on the board, bro. I mean, how you think it would go?
Honestly, man, like what Adam said, like as of right now, the Giants.
But you gotta look at it, bro. It's January. We got 3 months.
That's what I'm saying. Yesterday it got me, but today I'm looking at it like this GM can be saying Cam Ward generational, or he can be referring to Cam Ward or
somebody to trade up.
I mean, you got the pro days and all this and that. Like, I know if it was up to the head coach, I think the head coach will 100% go quarterback.
They going quarterback, bro.
I think they gonna go quarterback.
They going quarterback, bro.
But
these teams, these guys still got to have a pro day. They got to go to the combine, bro. Like people, and then every year somebody like I'm just throwing that Jalen Milroe. Nobody's talking about him right now. It's only 2 quarterbacks everybody's worried about: Shador and Cam Ward. By the time we hit March, you gonna start seeing reports. The Giants are falling in love with Jalen Milroe. Milroe looks good. He wowed him, bro. Every year this happens, bro. You remember the year Anthony Richardson came out? Nobody was talking. He was like the 3rd pick that year, and 3 straight quarterbacks went. He came out of nowhere. Like last year, JJ McCarthy came out of nowhere. Every year, these guys get talked up in the draft hype, the process, the pro days, the meet and combine. Somebody's going to light it up, and then they're going to say, oh, yeah, he might go in the top 10 or say every year, something crazy. Who you think got a better chance of going number one overall, Abdul Carter or Travis Hunter? Right now, Abdul Carter's stock is going up.
That man shooting up. And I saw Move the Sticks on Twitter who like big
Then Jeremiah.
that's danger. Okay, then he said if he looking at it as the Titans saying generational, he thinking Abdul Carter. He said Abdul Carter the best player in the draft.
And they could use a pass rusher. Who they got? They got Simmons. They got Landry. And that's who they. I mean, I think Artie Key's a free agent.
But
Um,
but say
they
this,
can use another pass rusher. I don't see, bro. They need a
just say
now.
this,
What they gonna do at quarterback? They
just
gonna
say
go
this,
to free agency?
just say this though. They stick to their word and they think what everybody thinking they
They go
thinking.
Abdul Carter.
They go Abdul Carter, and Browns go Travis Hunter, and then Giants go whichever quarterback. And what you doing there for?
Hey, that fourth pick is valuable, won't it be?
It's valuable,
Because you can.
but
Well, I mean, people gonna start calling you for that pick because they know you're not gonna take a quarterback. And I
Raiders.
mean,
I can see the Raiders, the Jets calling with Tom Brady there, and if Shador on the board, I think
they gonna call.
Tom Brady gonna be like, oh, I can help y'all make Shador what y'all want him to be for this franchise. And Shador is like he's sponsored with TB12,
Yeah.
and so say you trade back with the Raiders, what you doing with that pick? Today, I started to get around the idea of Mason Graham, bro.
So how far we trading back to like 6 or something? Wherever the Raiders are.
It's I looked at it, I say if Abdul and Travis Hunter both gone,
That's worst case scenario.
that's worst case
But
scenario.
hey, but depending on what you get back, it's probably not a worst case scenario.
Right. And I was looking at the idea. I seen this film on Mason Graham, bro.
He's a wrecker. He's a game wrecker.
He's a game wrecker in the middle. Like if you talking about pass rush, he gets after the quarterback from the
We
middle.
can't go past the
That's
Panthers. I think the Panthers will take him.
right. I think that's like I wouldn't even put him up there. I'm not saying Aaron Donald, but you know how Aaron Donald used to wreck the game from the middle
Yeah.
with the Rams having no outside pass rushers, but they have Von Miller and others like reliable rushers. But I feel like if you can wreck the game from the middle, it's as effective as effective as an edge rusher, in my opinion.
Because a lot of quarterbacks don't like that middle pressure. They don't
Right.
mind that
Nobody don't.
pressure.
Especially say you got a pocket pass, you rushing up from the middle, man. Then you gonna that middle rusher gonna have to draw double teams. That's gonna open up lanes for edge rushers. So I got around that idea, but I doubt they take that route because if Carter
Would you go
and
Ted McMillan?
I will. I'm starting to Ted McMillan start to go down for me. I don't know
Probably
why.
trade back a couple spots and take Ted. Maybe you trade back to 6 and take Ted.
I used to like really love Ted. No, I'm saying this in a whole trade back scenario, like
Okay.
Mason Graham with the Raiders. It's either Will Johnson, Mason Graham, probably Kelvin Banks, or Will Campbell.
I'd probably go Mason Graham.
That's what I was saying. I was like,
Because I feel like I'm hoping you saw offensive line in free agency. Will Johnson, you don't need to you good at
right,
corner. You're not great at corner, you good at corner.
you
But
don't need
no, you gotta go Mason Graham because we don't know what Barmore what his future is gonna be.
that's exactly why I was saying
So
Mason
yeah,
Graham.
Mason Graham. And then you got more capital. What like yeah, I go Mason Graham, man. Trade
Right,
back Mason Graham. You got an extra second round pick probably, and yeah, you can't. I mean, that's I said it's a worst case scenario, but it's probably gonna be a best case probably at that point.
right. But man, I would hate for Abdul and Travis to be gone, man. Like
Oh, I don't think so because
these
like
quarterbacks got to step because Shador, he gets to play in this East versus
I
West.
know for a fact Shador is going to the Giants. It's already reports coming out about that, and they was talking about that prior to the final five, the first rank, the first five. It was prior to that even being settled because they didn't know where the Giants going to be. Shador's going to the Giants. We could pencil that in. Shador's going to be a Giant. He already had the cleats too. Like the Giants going to find a way to get Shador Sanders. So
Yeah, man.
Titans, Browns, they quarterback teams. What are the chances both of them don't go quarterback? What are the chances? Now, let's be real.
Crazy.
What are the chances? So, like, we still
I'm
go.
not
I
gonna.
think
I'm not gonna lie. if Titans if Titans go Travis Hunter, Abdul Carter, Cleveland not taking a quarterback. I just can't see Cleveland taking a
Why
quarterback. I
not?
don't.
Deshaun Watson out for that. He gonna be out next year.
I seen Adam Schefter reported something else after that, but I just can't see it. I don't know why I can't see it. I know they need a
I can't
quarterback.
see I can see Cam Ward in Cleveland. I can't see Shador in Cleveland.
Yeah, I don't think Dion let that happen. Uh, I don't know,
Shador
man.
just don't. I don't think he going. I can't see him in Cleveland. I just can't see that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Cam Ward looks like a Cleveland Brown. I can see
Yeah,
him being in Cleveland.
that's kind of tough though, man. Cause I don't know. We just gonna have to wait and see. But I hope Shador light up the
The pre-draft process.
Nah, he playing the East versus West Shrine Bowl in 2 weeks at the end of the month. Hopefully he don't literally
Hold on.
sit.
What game is this weekend? Ain't there a bowl this Saturday or something?
Not a Senior Bowl coming up.
That's next weekend. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
I
think.
thought East West Shrine was this weekend.
I think that's the 30th of this. Wait, nah, yeah, that's next weekend.
Let me
30.
see. The Shrine Bowl, right?
Yeah, the East versus West one.
Yeah, Thursday, January the 30th, next week.
Man, we gotta. I'm watching that and pull rooting for Shador to light that up.
Yeah.
Like I need the Titans to literally don't take nobody but a quarterback, bro.
They gonna go
If
Cam Ward,
if
bro.
they don't, yeah, if they go Cam Ward, then we can basically
Bro, if the
take
Titans go Cam Ward, I don't care what Cleveland do it to. I
right.
mean, because they don't have to go quarterback. They can go. I don't care if they get Travis or Abdul. One of them fall out in our lap. One of
Yeah,
them. And I'd be
if
happy with
Ti-
either one.
if Titans go quarterback, we can be feeling good about it
Yeah.
because I know
Okay, Browns are not going to go quarterback. They're not going. I mean,
that that's only if Cam Ward there. You think?
Titans are going quarterback. They're going Cam Ward.
See,
Browns,
maybe
go ahead.
you might be right though. If Titans go anybody but Cam Ward, Cleveland, you probably I'm starting to see what you're saying about you can see Cleveland taking Cam Ward.
Yeah, I can see Cleveland taking Titans going. I think Titans going to go Cam Ward. Browns, they probably going to take Abdul Carter. They'll probably take Abdul Carter, pair him with Garrett. And then the Giants, they're going to get Shador going to fall right in their lap. And then Travis Hunter going to be a Patriot. It's either going to be that or either the Browns take Travis Hunter and Abdul Carter going to fall in their lap.
Hopefully one of those happens so we can. I just want one of those players, man. Them
Two of them not going top three. No, that's not going to happen. Because those are three quarterback teams. What are the chances two of them don't go quarterback? Like, come on, really?
the chances that two of them don't go quarterback
And then
is
look at the free agent quarterbacks. Sam Darnold's not going to New York or the Browns or or Tennessee. Why would they're not going to go? They're not going to go the veteran route and take like a Kirk Cousins coming off an injury. He got benched. Aaron Rodgers might go back to the Jets or might retire. Well, what's Justin Fields? No. So what's going to be the other options?
and
They're
look,
going to have to get one of these young guys. And then
Sam Darnold got
Jalen Miro might light up the pre-draft process. His stock won't come up. What
ain't got
about my boy from Ole Miss, Jackson Dart? I like him. He might come up. Every year these guys get, oh, we're gonna take the best player available. We're not gonna just get a quarterback, and then by April they're gonna take a quarterback. They do this every year.
yeah, I definitely think Cam Ward going to top three though. I
Well,
hope the
let's get
top.
into these. Let's get into these games this weekend, man. We got the first game is the Eagles Commanders. Eagles was in a slugfest last week against the Rams. I thought they was going to lose that game. Jalen Hurts got hurt. Stafford, they could have won that game. He had a tight end wide open. Stafford could have. I seen like a breakdown. I forgot who did it. I think it was Chase Daniel probably. It might have been Daniel Lost Chase. One of them did a breakdown on the shows and whatnot. If the Eagles are they're hanging on by a thread, bro. Like Saquon without Barkley, the Eagles ain't doing much. Jalen Hurts has not proved that he can really do any daggone thing. Really, not this playoff season either. He's been hurt. He hasn't been throwing. He barely threw 150 yards. The Rams had him. Rams could have won that game. I don't. But then I look at Washington. I'm like the command. I'm like, I think they're a year or two away. I think they peaking too early. I'm like, this is some of it's like too good to be true. You know what I mean? Too good to be true. Can you really think Washington can go to Tampa and win? Go to Detroit when that Detroit was banged up, and then go to the Eagles, the number two. Like, I'm like, okay, at some point they got to turn into the Washington Commanders and be the like JJ got turned to a rookie. They got to come back down to earth. I keep saying it. I thought they were gonna lose to Tampa. I thought they were gonna lose to Detroit. Maybe the third time the charm. I don't know, but bro,
Eagles.
I can see Washington winning this game, but my gut is telling me Philly gonna put it all together and win this one right here. What you think? I'm gonna go Philly in a close one though.
I think Philly come out there and literally wear them out. Like, I Washington, bro. Like, I think they beating on these beat up teams. Like Eagles, its defense is miles ahead of Detroit Lions, miles ahead, and I don't think like I don't think Jaden Daniels can pull this one off. If he pulled this one off, bro, give him the MVP.
And bro, he don't even have a monster team.
That's the
It's
thing.
just Jaden, Scary Terry, and who else? That's
That's exactly it.
it. Dynamic Brown, you gonna tell me he gonna go off again? No, like be real. Zach
Nah,
Ertz, okay, he's aged. He's an older tight end. What else they got on offense? They running game is not. I like Eckler, but it ain't. They defense. I like Allen and Payne. They got some pass rushers that they got from the Cowboys, like Dante Fowler, Armstrong, and those guys. They got Bobby Wagner on defense, but there's really not a lot of star talent on that defense, on that team, really outside of Jaden and Scary Terry. Eagles are loaded. Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Barkley. They got they have a lot. Tight end, they got Goddard. They got a monster offensive line, got a great defensive line with Jalen Carter and Nolan Smith, Jordan Davis, like Zach Bond. They got some guys, Darius Slayton secondary, Quinion Mitchell, Cooper DeJean. Like that Philadelphia Eagles team is talented. At some point, talent is going to outweigh everything that Washington's doing, man. I think Philly going to get them in a close one. I think Philly. I think it's going to be no blowout. I think Philly kind of Washington turns back into Washington. They keep it competitive, but they lose. That's what I think is going to happen. Bills Chiefs. Oh, rivalry. Uh, at some point, I think the nice story of the Kansas City Chiefs, and I mean, I don't like the Chiefs, and I dang sure don't like Buffalo. It's like I don't want neither one. Like how I want it in my heart, how I want it to go. I want the Bills to beat the Chiefs, so they can erase the three-peat. We ain't got to worry about that for 2 weeks. Them talking about a freaking three-peat with the Chiefs. But I want the Bills to beat the Chiefs, and I want the Eagles to beat the Bills in the Super Bowl. That's what I think. That's my prediction. Eagles, Bills, Super Bowl. Now I was speaking with my heart when I saying what I want. I do think at some point Buffalo got to get over the hump, bro.
they
Like
got
I thought last year, I thought last year was Baltimore year, and I thought it could have been Buffalo's too, because that was their best chance. Because the Chiefs weren't really the Chiefs or whatnot. But this year, I'm like, oh, at some point, bro, the Bills got to beat the Chiefs at some point. Now they beat them in the regular season easily. They don't mind. They can whoop them in the regular season. They always beat them in the regular season. But in the playoffs is where they struggle with. Now, at some point, they have to get over that hurdle, bro. Like
man.
they 0-3 in the playoffs. And like I tell people, like the run the Chiefs is on is good, but at some point, that luck gonna run out. All of a sudden, you're not getting all the calls. They're not catching passes. People not blocking. The pass rate, like Mahomes turning about at some point, that luck that they own, like bro, they won a lot of games this year off luck, block field goals, and last minute drives. And Buffalo Bills have to get it done at some point. I got a feeling it's gonna be Sunday.
Man, I'm watching that like face all in the TV. I need to see every penalty, every snap of that game. I need to see everything. Ready for that one.
What's your prediction?
I'm not gonna lie, man. It's hard to bet against Pat Mahomes.
But bro, at some point they got like Buffalo.
I know we being biased right now. It's hard, man. I can't even like everything in my gut want them to lose. But
What's your gut feeling?
my gut feeling is I'm not gonna lie. I feel like Josh Allen got a chance. He actually got a chance. I just feel like Josh Allen is playing so freely this year. Like this is a different Josh Allen. We never seen a
You think he gets it done this time?
Yes, I think he do. Like just not the touchdown ratio. This different touchdown ratio. Josh Allen is different. Like putting his body on the line. This man gonna put everything on the. I think he gonna put his whole life on the line to beat the Chiefs. This is his Super Bowl.
Bro, if he loses this game, the way they talking about Lamar, they're gonna be talking about Allen.
They
You can
gonna
get
be
all
saying
this
he can't.
ring. He might get MVP, but you can't slay the dragon and
Right.
Mahomes in Kansas City. And he has to get over that hurdle. They're gonna be on his head. They're gonna talk about it. Like, no excuses. He has a and I be seeing a lot of people like, oh, he don't have a good bro. I see people say Lamar got better weapons than Allen. I don't think it's by much. I mean, you got Keon Coleman, first round pick. You got Mark Cooper, two good tight ends, a running back, and James Cook, a tremendous offensive line. Defense playing good. They be getting turnovers. Allen, like, what else do you need? Hey, you
But
can make the argument that Mahomes got better weapons than than Allen. You can make that argument.
he better get him while he can because Josh Allen, your time coming to an end because Drake May finna take over this division.
I got a feeling if Kansas City win, you know who gonna be the X factor for the Chiefs? Who I think is gonna have a crazy game and gonna make some clutch catches?
Hold on, Juju.
DeAndre Hopkins.
Hey, that's a nice one because he
I
been
can see
kind of quiet.
DeAndre Hopkins
He
having
been,
a trip because they're gonna key in on Kelsey. Worthy is more like a gadget. He's not a high volume guy. He's more like a guy how they use him. Hollywood Brown, he's okay. Juju Smith-Schuster, we know what he is. But DeAndre Hopkins, I can see him making some clutch catches down the stretch on third down, having like a 7-8 catch game for about 80 to 100 yards and a touchdown.
the key to beating them. What's the key to beating the Chiefs?
Don't let him get the ball.
Like manage the game. Like
They got to
don't
do what they did week 11. Like, make sure you the last one with the ball, take chance on fourth down, and like just keep Mahomes off the field. Because that game Mahomes didn't play because he threw two picks.
just make sure you're the last one on the field. That's
Yeah,
that's make sure you're the last one on the field in a close game.
don't score too early. Like,
Right,
I think at the end of the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, that quarter need to end with you having a daggone ball.
right.
Like, cause it's tough to beat that boy, man. Joe Burrow, the only one that did what Brady did it twice, but Joe Burrow, the only one that's beating Kansas City and eliminated them. Because,
Yeah,
but the consistent thing, the constant thing, and teams that eliminate him, teams that have a quarterback, teams that can score. You can't be out there like Houston, bad offensive line, get sacked, fumble, drop passes. Because Houston defensively, they could have won that. They did everything right. I think
exactly.
Houston could have won that game. They couldn't protect Stroud.
And it was 12-13. What in the fourth quarter? I'm like, damn.
I want the Bills to win. Same with you, Jamari. Yeah, win time possession. That's their only route, man. Because I don't think Buffalo defense, Lamar was just driving up the field easily against them. That defense really ain't much. It ain't that good in Buffalo. And if Lamar can do it, just imagine what Mahomes can do. But Buffalo kind of match up good with Kansas City, though. Like, offensively, they can score right with them. So it's tough to be a team twice in the city, but it's I think we as Patriots fans, us as the NFL media and fans, we don't need Kansas City to win. I cannot take 2 weeks of them talking about a three-peat possibly. Because if they get to Super, they probably gonna win it. So then you got the Taylor Swift stuff and all that. It's just gonna be crazy, man. But I'm hoping Buffalo get done. Then I'm gonna be against Buffalo next week because I want them to freaking lose to it. I think I can see Buffalo beating Washington, but I think Philly will beat them. I don't think they match up good with Philly.
You
Mm-mm.
right
I
about
don't like
that.
the matchup. I think Philly will manhandle Buffalo. I think
Who
so.
played first?
Washington and Philly
30-30.
3:30, yeah, on Fox, and then you got the AFC game with Buffalo and Kansas City. It's gonna be good, man.
Man, I'm ready for that one.
Yes, sir, man. Hey, man, I appreciate all y'all joining us tonight. About to get off for the night. Back tomorrow night. Got the Tom Curran from NBC Sports Boston. The Patriot reporter Tom Curran from NBC Sports Boston going to join the show tomorrow. It won't be a live show. It's basically a premiere. So it's pre-recorded. It's going to be dropping live on the channel though tomorrow night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you check it out. Leave a comment. I will try to respond to all the comments once I get a chance or whatnot. But once again, it's not a live show. It's pre-recorded. I will be dropping it and posting tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Make sure y'all check that out, man. Tom Curran for NBC Sports Boston, Patriot Reporter, special guest tomorrow night, man, at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. As I always say, y'all have a good one. Oh yeah, hit that like button on YouTube. Make sure you share the content. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn the notifications on tomorrow. 7:30 p.m. Eastern, special guest episode dropping with Patriots reporter with NBC Boston, Tom Curran. Man, I appreciate it. And y'all have a good one. Appreciate it, boy.
Oh yeah,
Yes, sir. Have a good one.
me too.